Hi Miss Kids, welcome back to my channel. My name is Larato Matlo. If you are new on this channel, please do me the honor of subscribing and hit the notification bell. If you've been on the channel before and you haven't already subscribed, like sis, what are you waiting for? Please do the right thing. Subscribe, comment, share, give this video a thumbs up. Alright guys, so let's get right into it. So when I finished my matric, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to Gauteng, City of Gold, and now I'm going to I'm going to get my degree. I'm going, I had a plan like, I'm going to go to Gauteng, go to Midrand, get my honors degree in psychology, get a job, and so when I went to Gauteng, fortunately for me, or unfortunately, doesn't matter how you look at it, my parents had a house in Tembisa, Ivory Park to be exact. So there was no one staying there. It was just a house in J. Those houses where unattended and everything. So I got there, my weed was up to here, and then I clean. The house was just smelling of, I don't know. When you close the house for so long, but again, there's just smell of and everything, and there's no air coming in and out, so it was just not a nice experience. But you know what, I just sucked it up and did what I had to do. So while I was staying in Tembisa, I think I was in my second year in Tembisa, man, there was like these things. That's when I started noticing, not that they were not happening, but that's when I started noticing, man, something ain't right in this house, okay, sharp. I'm sleeping, I think around 11, man. There's footsteps on top of on the roof. Roof yamazenke, still roof, no ceiling, those houses, like, so ha. At first I thought magundwan, how big magundwan ako kasi, like Alexander Tembisa, like they have like huge rats. So I thought it was rats, but I'm like, no ways, like rats doesn't sneak, like rats I know. So I'm like, nah. Like this human being or this tikoloshi or whatever was literally just taking a stroll on my house, like every single night, guys. I couldn't study. I remember I used to study every night ka 11 p.m. I get it. And then the dude would leave ka 3 a.m. So I would start sleeping at 3 a.m. So every time I would study, I can't, it was just a disaster. I couldn't sleep. So like at 3 a.m, wake up at 6, I have to go to class. Oh my God, it was such a disaster. Sharp. And funny thing, my brother would come and visit me, and then Mugai would be gone. So you will see why Mugai kamraonyana, ne? So woman, the Mugai would disappear, and I'll be like, so my brother is here, and like guy who decided loads of my, okay, sharp, and then bang, he's back. Now I'm alone. He's like, boring. Guys, and I remember I didn't even tell anyone. Like I don't even remember telling my parents, but I was like, what was going on? Guys, one day I was sleeping, and I had a sleep paralysis. I get, so I am fighting with this thing, and I'm fighting with this tikolosh, and I'm saying he, because it felt like a man. It felt like I'm fighting with a man spirit, or a man tikolosh, or a man witch, a man whatever. So like I'm having this, and I'm trying to fight it off. And guess what? It scratched me here. In the morning when I woke up, I had literally a physical scratch. Like I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to lie to you. I had that physical scratch. I prayed for my life. Like, I prayed so hard. I think that's when I started telling my mom, you know what, something is just not right. My mother's like, just pray, say, see, you know, everything will be okay. You know, God doesn't do this, doesn't do that. If you just pray, God will just be there for you. I prayed, guys. Yes, when I prayed, like, I prayed, that thing will not come. Even, I think sometimes even our Father would just chase him. Our Father who's in heaven would just chase the thing out of the house. So I know sharp man. One day, guys, I'm like, I was writing politics the next day, but I couldn't study. So I'm like, you know what, let me leave my bedroom and go study Kamo living room. I'm sure it's not as loud. The footsteps, they are not as loud as in my bedroom. So I'm sitting there most of and I'm like reading the trauma. I am reading and then writing notes down, you know, like things like they're coming in, man. And then this happened, guys. A knock on the window. Like a knock on the window. Not go, 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 go. No, it was like go, 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 go. Go! I swear to God. Like you know, when I was like, it was like go, go. I was like, it was like go, go, go. I was like, go, go, go. Yes, yes, guys. That thing when it said go, yeah, I threw my books like, oh my God. I threw my books away like, yes, sis, I am going to bed. I covered myself like, I was so scared for my life. That day I was so scared. Shapo, I'm like, what's going to happen? And I started going to church. That thing would come and leave. Oh my God, such a traumatic event. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, how long am I going to live like this? You know, how long is this thing going to bother me in my own house? So sharp. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going to live like this. Imagine, I'm not going to live like this. I'm going to look for a job. That's when I left Midrand. So I'm like, I'm going to look for a job. I am going to move out. While I study, I'm going to look for a job. I didn't even look like for swag. I think it was like my first CV. Boo. I got a job and I'm like, I'm moving out. I am moving out. I am going to stay Kores. So I was studying full time and working, and I'm going to move Kores. I'm not doing this life thing, yeah. A difficult mubuloi life thing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm moving out. So I moved out. I went to Res. And my parents paid for my school fees, and I paid for my res accommodation. Okay, after I had my daughter, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get my life. I'm going to fetch my life. I'm going back to Gauteng and just finish everything else. You know, just get my shit together. All right, no problem. I will go back to Gauteng. Guess what? I go to that house. Guys, first of all, you know when you had like, I don't like that place. I literally hate that place. You know when you had tinned fish, or not even tinned fish, tin beef for the longest time, like you had it because you have to, like it was not up to you. You just had to eat it because there's nothing else to eat, and then you don't want to eat it ever again. That's how I feel about that house. Yes, I would go back. I can go back and just visit my brother because my brother stays there. I can go back and visit my brother. Mara gore ke robale. I don't think I'll ever do that. I don't think I'll ever sleep in that house again. I am done. Like, I am up to here. So sharp, on up. So I went back after I had my daughter. I get sharp, no problem. Hi man, isn't those rice? Isn't those Jojo? I moved out of that bedroom, so now I'm staying in another bedroom. So I'm like, man, those things. As much. So one day, I think around 11, guys. Hey, this is why I keep saying that is a dude. That I kept saying it's a guy. Come 11, man. 10, 11. It's not even 10. Not even 11. Because it was so early. I was not even close to sleeping. How I get cheated them watching TV. One of my close neighbor, was screaming. And they say, hey. Mind you, Apollo. Like, how do these people work in such light situation? Like, like it's not dark. so sharp. This guy, this neighbor, wow, yo, Sizani, whatever, ne? So I sharp, we go out. I'm like, what's going on, guys? I promise you, you will not believe me. You will not believe it. Like, if I didn't see it and someone told me, I would not believe it. I will not believe it. There's a guy, wakokazi, you know someone. Hey, oh no, like asapar. Oh, naked, as naked as you can be, as naked as you were born. Hauna tapu, hauna inye, hauna kepisi. He is naked with a broom. Hey, Marauta King, with. If I didn't see this, I was going to say I made this up. Like, if I didn't see this, if someone told me this, I was going to say they made it up, guys. I saw Moloi. As for really fear. So this Lifiero thing as being transport is not a lie. So sharp. The neighbor screams, ne? And then she's like, yeah, Suzanne in. So this guy was about to leave. So bamu bag, ne? So and then he falls. I think he fell. And then falls. I don't know. But it was early, it was early. Like, some people, they're passionate about what they do. Some people, they don't sleep. Like, guys, it was so early. Okay, sharp, I'm not tired. That guy umufasi. Hey. Kushu. Everyone is like, yo. But I even forgot his name. Hey, let's just call him Temba. Hey, no, Temba. You know, guys, the trauma. So now, the guy took the broom. As soon, I guess that's what they have to do. So he takes the broom and breaks it. And I'm like, why is he breaking the broom? Why are you breaking the broom? I just wanted to know that, though. But I was like, what's going on? Like, I was shook. I was like, Sharp, the guy, I guess he saw we are afraid of him, so he started doing this. Bamchalaga mates, you know, like, how Temba, how can do it? Wow, now what are the theories? Sharp. So this guy, no, these people, they're afraid of me. There's nothing they're going to do. I guess he was afraid at first, like, they're going to bend me down. But no one is touching you, baby. No one is touching you. So sharp, I want a problem. This guy started saying, yo, we ran for our life. And then he's like, that side they ran. Hey man, this guy on his beard. And he's so young. I think he was like maybe in his early 20s, maybe 20, 21, 22, or you know. Sharp. Come back. Guys, I promise you, I wanted to take him a picture. Flashlight. Yes. He looked at me like, I was like, yeah. Lerato uzokulanda. To tape. Yo, guys, I was so scared for my life. I was like, man, why is this thing happening? Like, this guy is the same guy on my roof, maybe. Alright, sharp, I'm not tired. So he started running towards some house. That house, I like the elders, it's just kids, you know, like that house. There's like a lot of kids, not trying to judge, Mara, if you know, you know. So he gets into that house. There's like a lot of kids. You know that house, man. It has a lot of kids and everything. He goes in that house, but now. Thank God my brother is that one. My brother and some men, they went in and took him out of that house and started beating him, and then he just flee and ran for his life. That's what happened, you guys. That's how I saw Buloi in real daytime. Like in my village, they're so mediocre. Like they don't have passion for what they do. They don't take their job serious, because I've never seen Muloi like Kalife or Kabana something proof of Buloi until go tembisa, man. And I think that it has something to do with the fact that there's a lot of nationalities. Kore ke mehlobo-hlobo, Mozambicans, Zimbabweans, South Africans, with ba bangwe ba tswa Polokwane, ba bangwe ba tswa ZB, ba bangwe ba tswa Venda, ba bangwe ba KZN, Maxhosa, kore ke tlhapiane in one place. I think that's why, you know, like boloi ba bona bole, hey bana, some people they dream ka 11 motho be tshitse ali busy. Sure. Anyways, guys, that's the story of how I witnessed witchcraft in Tembisa. Yeah, so please be careful. Do pray, like pray. Like there's nothing that prayer cannot do. Trust me, there's nothing that prayer. One day I'll give you my testimony. There's nothing that prayers cannot do, cannot fix. All right, I'll see you on my next upload. Thank you for subscribing and supporting this channel. I love you so much. Bye.